All right, now we are getting ready to start part 3 in our module 9, session 9.2 project. What we want to do is we're going to be putting in certain types of content controls. Again, we've worked on your plain text content control. We have done our date picker content control. And what we're getting ready to do in this next section is to do a list content control. So what this means is where you want to do a drop-down box where you only give the person filling out the form certain options. For example, if they were to ask you whether you were male or female, a drop-down box would give you those two options and you would have to fill out or click on one of those to select it. Whether you lived in Beaufort County, because Beaufort Community College has multiple counties that we serve. We serve Beaufort, Hyde, Terrell, Washington counties, and so if we wanted to do a form based on Beaufort County Community College students, that would be the counties, that would be the options that they could choose from. Okay, since that is our service area. Okay, so that's what a list content control is all about. Now, let's see about putting some of these into our online form. So what we want to do is click in the blank cell to the right of payment needed if shipping. Okay, so I'm going to click right here. All right, and I want to go to the drop-down list content control button. We know where those are located generally. This was our plain text. This was our date picker. So a drop-down box would be one of these other ones. Again, just hover over it. That says combo. And this says drop-down list content control. So I'm going to click on that. All right, and we want to click on the properties button. And when we click on the properties button, what we want to do is name, and the title, we want to go with payment method as the title. All right, and once we do that, we also want to fix it where the content controls cannot be deleted. We're going to put that in. Then the next thing that we want to do, we want to add something to our drop-down list. So in other words, we are now getting ready to put in the options for our drop-down box or list. So we're going to go to add. The first thing that we want to add in is cash, because that is certainly a payment method. Okay, once you do that, you can click OK. Right, and then the next thing that I want to do is put in charge to cabin. So I'm going to click add again. Charge to cabin. Click OK, and they also want us to add in credit card. So I'm going to add that one in as well and click OK. All right, now the other thing that's really neat about this is you can actually change the lineup that you have here. So what we want to do is we want to click on charge to cabin, and we actually want to move this one up. So we're going to move it up. And now it becomes at the top of the list. All right, and then in the list that says choose an item, which is right here, we want to change that instruction so that it says something different, a more specific instruction. So we're going to click on modify, and we're going to change choose an item to where it says click payment method. Let me do it this way. All right, so click payment method, and then we want to click OK. And you can see that what was there previously now says click payment method. All right, so now we want to click OK to close the dialog box, the content control property box. So we're going to click OK. We want to turn on the design mode. And then what we want to do is we want to take this placeholder text that's located right here, and we want to change that so that it just says click the arrow. All right, I did not need that extra period. And then once we do that, we want to save our changes to our template. So we're going to click the save button. All right, so now the next thing that we want to do is we want to actually test our drop-down list content control. So we're going to turn off the design mode. All right, and then we're going to go to click the arrow. So I'm going to go and click on payment method is shipping. Okay, I'm going to click on that, and then I'm in the list. I'm going to click the drop-down box, click the arrow, and I see charge to cabin. So it says click charge to cabin, and the choice that I've selected now appears in the content control. I want you to press delete, but nothing happened. That's because we set the content control to not to be able to be deleted. That's the reason why I did that. Now I want to click in payment method control arrow, which is this right here. And then I want to click payment method. Okay, and the instructional text appears in the control again. All right, type any letter or number. I'm going to type I for Ingalls. And if you'll notice, again, nothing happened. Because we have tried, we've got it fixed where we cannot delete our choice. All right, and just something a little bit, then a combo content control, which is different from this, is one where it is an offer the user a list of choices. But a combo box content control also allows users to type in their own response in case there isn't one that is listed that fits their situation. Okay, so that's something that we'll do, and there are inserting checkboxes will be our next video. Make sure that you read the paragraph that's located on 942, and it talks a little bit more about the combo box control, content control, and it also talks a little bit more about the building blocks gallery content control. Make sure that you read that so that you're aware of what those are, even though they're not part of the document. All right, that is the end of part 3. We will begin on part 4 in the next video, which will be talking about inserting checkbox content controls. Thanks, everybody.